Well, now I've finally gotten to ranking the very first game in the Mario Kart series, Super Mario Kart. I know earlier I said I wouldn't do this one since it has so many repeated tracks. For the next few videos, I'm going to be ranking all the courses in each Mario Kart game, except for Super Mario Kart since the courses are so similar. But I decided that I'm up to it anyway, even if it was a bit more difficult than normal to rank. Even though it's not necessarily my favorite Mario Kart game, I'm still excited to have all the courses in Super Mario Kart ranked from worst to best. Before we get on to the rankings, as always, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and join my Discord server to talk to other Nintendo fans and be the first to know when I do a live stream or upload a new video. Anyway, let's get started with ranking every track in Super Mario Kart. Starting off, of course, we have the worst track in Super Mario Kart, and that honor has to go to Vanilla Lake 2. Vanilla Lake 2 is the second winter-themed track in Super Mario Kart, and to me, both Vanilla Lake tracks are very bad. They are slippery the whole way through. They both have these ice cube things that can slow you down a lot and are basically impossible to completely avoid. And just in this Vanilla Lake track, you can fall into ice lakes, which is really annoying because it can force you to drive into the snow, which, of course, slows you down as well. Vanilla Lake 2 is one of the rare Mario Kart tracks that is just not fun to play on for me. Here's a surprise. My second to least favorite track in Super Mario Kart is another Vanilla Lake track. Vanilla Lake 1 isn't too different from Vanilla Lake 2. It also has the annoying ice cubes and the slippery track. The only reason it's better than Vanilla Lake 2 for me is because it's shorter and there aren't as many lakes you can fall into. Choco Island 2 is another track that is just really annoying to race on for me. First of all, it doesn't remind me of chocolate that much, which is kind of nitpicking, but I would like it better if a track called Choco Island actually reminded me of chocolate. Anyway, it's filled with these little bumps all over the course, which makes it really hard to stay on track. I don't even know why they're here. There's also a big section that's just a bunch of mud, so you drive really slowly all through that, and some of the track is just very narrow. The two Choco Island courses in Super Mario Kart are similar to Vanilla Lake for me, in that I rank the second one lower just because it has more annoying parts. Now we're moving on to another set of tracks I don't like too much, Donut Plains. Well, Donut Plains 1 isn't too bad, as you'll soon find out, but the second and third ones are two more annoying tracks for me. They have Monty Moles, which are not too much of a problem in most Mario Kart games, but in Super Mario Kart they are some of the most annoying things ever. They attach to your cart and make you slow down, so you have to mash jump to get rid of them. This, coupled with the fact that you can easily fall into water in Donut Plains 3, which of course slows you down a lot, makes Donut Plains 3 one of my least favorite tracks in Super Mario Kart. Right away, we have another Donut Plains track. The second and third Donut Plains tracks were actually a bit difficult to rank for me since they both have unique annoying aspects. Donut Plains 2 has a lot more Monty Moles than Donut Plains 3, which I decided was just a bit less annoying than the possibility of falling into the water. I don't have too much else to say about this one, it's just another plain annoying track. Now, I think we're getting into some tracks that are a bit better than the previous ones, since I know I've been very negative so far. Anyway, Ghost Valley 2 has some interesting aspects, like jumps and boosts, but of course there are still flaws. I often find myself falling down a lot, and bumping into walls, which is honestly just as bad in this course. So it is my least favorite of the Ghost Valley tracks, but there are definitely tracks that aren't as good in this game. At number 14, I have the other Choco Island track, Choco Island 1. It still has some of the same problems as Choco Island 2, like the weird bumps, but it doesn't have as much mud, the track isn't as narrow, and it's overall a bit more fun to race on. Of course, still not one of the better courses in this game. Ghost Valley 1 is somewhat similar to Ghost Valley 2, and it pretty much has all the same aspects, except it's a bit shorter and it's not as easy to fall off, which is why I ranked it higher at number 13. This is another one that I just don't have too much to say about. At number 12, I have the very first course in Super Mario Kart, and actually the entire Mario Kart series, Mario Circuit 1. Yes, this is the one that started it all, so it makes sense that it's pretty basic. Even though it's so basic, it managed to rank relatively high on my list, which is a pretty good accomplishment. The reason I like this one more than 8 others is because there aren't too many annoying things, and it's generally pretty fun to race on. Of course, a track this basic can't really rank in the top 5 or something like that, but it's still a solid course. Donut Plains 1, for me, is significantly better than the other 2 Donut Plains tracks. It doesn't really have the annoying parts like the moles and the water, and I would say it's pretty fun to race on. That being said, the reason it's not ranked higher is similar to Mario Circuit 1. It's pretty basic, but that's to be expected for the second track in the Mushroom Cup. The Koopa Beach tracks are some of my favorite track types in Super Mario Kart. Actually, I like Mario Kart Beach tracks in general. Koopa Beach 1, for me, is worse than the second Koopa Beach track, since this one is mostly just a simple circle. There are some places where you can choose different paths, and there are some cheats, which really aren't too much of an issue. This one is ranked in the top 10 for me, mostly because of the beach theme. Ghost Valley 3 is my favorite Ghost Valley track, which might seem a bit weird since it has many of the same problems as Ghost Valley 2, like how easy it is to fall off. I rank this one high because I think it's the most creative of the bunch. There are lots of boosts and jumps throughout the course, and it can be fun to race on in some parts. Mario Circuit 4 has a fairly basic theme, just like Mario Circuit 1 and all the Mario Circuit tracks, but it definitely has one of the more interesting shapes in Super Mario Kart, considering most of the tracks are just simple circles. So this track has a lot of turns, and I guess the pipes on some parts of the track could be considered hazards, but it's generally pretty easy. In Super Mario Kart, the tracks with less hazards, like this one, are some of my favorites, since they are some of the most fun to race on. Mario Circuit 3 is very similar to Mario Circuit 4. In fact, they're almost impossible to tell apart if you haven't played the game in a while. So I ranked this one right next to Mario Circuit 4. The only reason I ranked it a bit higher is because there aren't as many pipes on the road, which can get slightly annoying at times. You may have been wondering, where are the Bowser Castle tracks? Since there are 3 Bowser Castle tracks in Super Mario Kart, and I haven't ranked any of them until now. Well, as you probably know by now, if you watched any of my previous ranking videos, Bowser Castle tracks are usually my favorites in Mario Kart, so I rank all of them pretty high on this list. Bowser Castle 1 is definitely the easier and more basic of the 3, but it still has many of the cool parts, like jumps over lava and thwomps. As I mentioned earlier, Koopa Beach tracks are some of my favorite types of tracks in Super Mario Kart, which is why I rank Koopa Beach 2 as the first in my top 5. It starts out with a pretty open part in the water, which you have to avoid falling into pits. The rest of it is pretty basic. There are some possible shortcuts across the seaweed and some cheats, but that's pretty much it. It's pretty fun to race on, and the theme is great, which is why I gave it number 5 on my list. Mario Circuit 2 is definitely my favorite Mario Circuit track in this game, mostly because it has a very unique aspect. A giant boost that takes you over another part of the track. This is found nowhere else in Super Mario Kart, and is definitely a precursor to future true 3D Mario Kart games. The rest of the track is very similar to the other Mario Circuit tracks, but that single jump brings it up a few ranks for me. Kicking off the top 3 tracks in Super Mario Kart, I have Bowser Castle 3. This one has some cool parts, like branching paths at the beginning where you can go off of different jumps, and of course thwomps and lava like all the other Bowser Castle tracks. This is another one that can be really fun to race on for me, which is why I ranked it so high, but for me, there is still another Bowser Castle track that I like a bit better. Bowser Castle 2 is fairly similar to Bowser Castle 3. The reason I like it better is because I think the track design is a bit more creative. There are some branching paths in the middle, and there is actually a dead end, which is the only time this happens in the entire Mario Kart series. I'm pretty sure at least. Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. Well, if you have a feather item, you can get past the dead end, but if you're playing the track for the first time, that can really trick you. Anyway, Bowser Castle 2 is another fun track, but there is one Super Mario Kart track that I like a bit better, and a lot of you probably already know what it is. The main reason I put Rainbow Road as number 1 here is because it is by far the most creative track in Super Mario Kart. It isn't directly based on a course from the Super Mario series like Bowser Castle or Choco Island, and it is the only Rainbow Road track in the game. It's also pretty fun to race on, even if it is a bit hard, but I think hard courses are fine for the last course in Special Cup. It also has some branching paths, and of course, rainbow thwomps. Even though it may not be the best Rainbow Road track in the Mario Kart series, for me it's the best track in Super Mario Kart. So anyway, that was my ranking of the best and worst tracks in Super Mario Kart. If you enjoyed, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, and also leave your own rankings in the comments. It's always fun to read what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video or live stream. Bye!